Welcome to the Desert Lair Bar, episode 7. I'm Dustin. This is a series of first impressions, so I'm trying a malt whiskey from every actively producing Scottish distillery that has a standard bottling of single malt. Preferably their flagship malt, with a little bit of flexibility there maybe. The point of this is to establish a baseline of distillery character with a heavy emphasis on price to performance to help me determine which distilleries I want to explore more and which ones maybe I don't want to explore more. In regards to price to performance, we've started a spreadsheet where we add all these whiskeys that I'm trying or will try, and then we can sort them. There's a primary sorting by score and then a secondary scoring by price that I paid for the bottle. That way we can get a price to performance. So I've shared that spreadsheet on all these episodes, and we'll take a look at it maybe a little bit here at the end. So today we're trying the Singleton Luscious Nectar 12-year-old Dufftown distillery. This one's owned by Diageo, so Diageo, they're the big guys, right? I'll read off some of these brands they own: Bailey's, Captain Morgan, Crown Royal, Dom Perignon, Don Julio, George Dickel, Hennessy, Johnny Walker, Kettle One, Smirnoff, and then they own about 30 single malt distilleries. They have, the Diageo special releases every year. They own Lagavulin, Talisker, Kalila. They're huge. They own a lot of these alcohol brands. So this one, the Singleton, this is an interesting one because there's 3 different distilleries under the Singleton brand. Not 3 whiskeys, 3 distilleries. So they're all named the Singleton. They all come in similar bottles. So we also have Glen Ord and Glendullan, I believe, along with Dufftown, which is this one. I don't know. The marketing for this is really confusing. I don't know. Did the marketing department get lazy and just decide they didn't want to come up with branding for 3 different distilleries, and so they dumped them all under one brand name? I don't know. It's kind of confusing. I think some of them are regional, like Dufftown, I think, is supposed to be maybe European market, because I don't think I can get this one here. I have another one, which I probably don't feel like digging out right now. We will try that one as well, Glendullan or Glen Ord. I can't remember which other one, but we will try them all at some point. Like I said, the bottle for the other one is almost exactly the same as this one, so it's just a bit confusing what their marketing strategy is here. But we don't really care so much for that. We care about what's in the bottle here. This one, we have 43% ABV. Chill filtered. It's not natural color. I bought this bottle in December 2024. Paid $61 for it. $65 if you convert that to a 750 milliliter bottle, because I'm American. I also, with these price to performance, I want to talk about not only how much I paid for the bottle, but we'll break it down to literally what I'm paying for this glass of whiskey. In this case is $4.37. This one, like I said, it is not locally available. I can't buy this here in America, or at least not easily any store that I know of. So if I want to get this one, it has to come from online somewhere. Online, it looks like it cost the same price when I bought it, about $61-ish. $61 roughly for a 700 milliliter, not a 750. We'll go ahead and get into the tasting notes here. So, smell. A grassy honey. Let's take a look and see what the bottle here says. Whiskey from both PX Oloroso seasoned casks and Refill ex-bourbon casks have been selected for their honey notes and nutty intensity. The taste is a hive of activity, full of soft cooked apples, luscious brown sugar, hints of creamy coffee, and roasted nutty notes. So we'll see what we get here. So, like I said, smell. There's a grassy honey taste. Cake batter, Lucky Charms cereal, marshmallow spread. This is a creamy malt. And on the finish, it's grassy again. So it's kind of an interesting whiskey. It's not what I would call a typical Speyside. It's definitely a creamier single malt cake batter, that marshmallowy note to it. It's interesting. It's not really a profile that I like too much, per se. Score-wise, get our chalkboard here. 74 out of 100. Let's see if I can knock crap off the table. We'll share our spreadsheet here real quick before we end this. Not that I need to pull it up. I can just put it right over the top of my face here. So we've added this one to our spreadsheet. Again, we've got a primary sorting by score, secondary scoring by the price that I paid. It's adjusted to 750 milliliter. That way everything's kind of on the same footing. There's a link to this in all these episodes now. So go ahead and check this out. And I encourage you to start your own. I think it's helpful in kind of determining, especially when you start drinking a lot of different whiskeys and a lot of different spirits, to put in context whether it was, worth the price of admission. That's it. Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Use the rideshare apps. Don't be a dick. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.